Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Shakeout around Nelson, Kids League at Tahuna, and a boost for School of Music, and much more. Nelson Tasman Civil Defence had 24,000 people in our region take part in this year's shakeout exercise. Councillors from the City Council got down and covered while in their chamber, while local schools also got down in the drop, cover and hold exercise in this Clayton's earthquake, which shook the nation at the designated time of 9:15 Thursday morning. This was a civil defence exercise inspired by the tragic Christchurch earthquake of 2011. Soon you'll get to vote in 2 binding referendums on the future of the New Zealand flag. First, between the 20th of November and then again on the 11th of December this year, you'll be invited to vote in a referendum on the question if the New Zealand flag changes. Which flag would you prefer? You'll be asked to rank the 5 alternative flag designs selected through the flag consideration process. Then, in March 2016, there will be another referendum to choose between the most preferred option from the first referendum and the current flag. The flag that receives the most votes in the second referendum will be the official flag of New Zealand. We asked people in Nelson what their thoughts were on this.
I think we should have a new one. We've got those 4 flags that they put up, and there's 2 of them that have got the Union Jack on it, and one's got some black on the top left corner, and another one's got red, and I prefer the one with black. Yep. I reckon it's a good flag with the fern in the middle. That's what they should do.
Just a bit silly, really. I don't really mind whatever way it goes, but yeah, seems like a big waste of time, to be honest.
I'm all for it, not being a Kiwi, I'm an import. But I'm probably like a lot of people, I'm disappointed in the process that it took, how it took, and we could use the money elsewhere and a lot more wiser than what I think it was used. Yeah. But that's my opinion. But I'm all for it.
Great.
I don't know what the final was now, but I do like the change. I have to say I like a new flag for New Zealand. Yeah.
I don't mind changes, but I don't like spending too much money, I think. Yes, that's all. Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's a waste of time. Why change a flag that's perfectly all right? People died for that flag. It's like, it's a waste of money. There's someone just trying to make political history.
Oh God, I think it's incredibly stupid. Standard arguments around a waste of money. Also, obviously, standard arguments about all 4 designs being pretty average, but I'm also sceptical of the fact that if a red peak was in the original 4 designs, that people would not be nearly as excited about it as they are now. But yeah, I'll be voting to keep the original flag.
My thoughts are simple: keep our flag.
On Thursday, down at Tahuna Nui Sports Fields, I caught up with the action in the primary school rugby league tournament, the Simon Mannering Cup, where 7 local schools were competing. I spoke with Ryan Charles, the development officer for Tasman Rugby League, at half-time. Hey Ryan, it's pretty fast and furious action out here. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on and what led to this today?
Yeah mate, so this is the Simon Mannering Cup, and we also have the Pro Branch Trophy, so it's a year 5 and 6 tournament for rugby league. It's been around for about 4 years now. This is the biggest one that we've had, and we've had a really nice day for it. So we've got 10 teams involved from 7 different schools. So we have 1 grade that plays for the Simon Mannering Cup, so they're for the sort of majority year 6 kids, and then we have a Pro Branch Trophy for a beginner sort of grade year 5s, and we also have a sprinkling of year 4s in there that are capable as well. So we were just going to run it in term 3, but we got rained off, so we had to push it back to term 4, but glad that the sun shines out and the kids are having fun. Yeah,
no, it's fantastic. And are there some slight different changes in the rules for the kids?
Yeah, we're playing more 9-a-side rules, so the scorer kicks off, which we've found is making it a bit more fair as well. So certainly the score lines are reflecting that it's more fair. There's not as many blowouts, so apart from that, it's full league rules, as you'll see. Full contact, everything like that, but 9-a-side and 9-a-side rules. Yeah.
Hey, thanks very much. I know you've got to get back there.
Sweet. Thank you. You don't want to ref for me. I've got a sore hammy.
And I also caught up with some of those involved. Hey guys, you look pretty good out there. How'd you enjoy the game?
Good. Yeah.
Awesome. And how did you go in that last game?
Good. That's a good one.
Good. And what was it, Ty? Was it 0-0? Was it 40?
5-5.
5-5. Wow. And Would you rather be here or back at school doing your maths?
By miles. Here by miles. I love it.
And how do you think you're going to go in the whole competition?
Not good. Not good.
Good.
Amazing. Chicken.
And how many games have you got to play today? Four. You got 4 games today. Wow. And how many have you played so far?
2.
All right. And you've won the other one?
No. Twice. Tied again.
Tied. Oh, so you've had 2 ties. Wow, hard work. All righty, we'll have a good game and thanks very much. See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye, ABS. Go the All Blacks.
Okay, guys, you enjoying yourself out here today?
Yeah.
And how have you been going in your games?
Good. We once won, but we won one.
Oh, very nice. And you'd rather be here or back at school doing maths?
Yeah.
And what do you reckon for the competition? How do you think you'll go?
We'll win. We'll definitely win. Which one? We won last year. We won both cups, and I told Mrs. B today, can I go up and get them later when we win?
Ah, nice one. And what school are you from?
Richmond Primary.
Great. Excellent. Thanks very much and good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, boy.
The Nelson Historical Society has provided an unexpected windfall of $14,000 to boost the fundraising for the Nelson School of Music's restoration and rebuilding campaign. Nelson School of Music's Trust Board Chair Roger Taylor said that the restoration of the school was a very fitting project for the Historical Society. The aim is to celebrate Nelson's history and to keep it alive, which is what the rebuild is all about. This now takes it to nearly $600,000 of community fundraising, which has a target of $1.4 million. So he said they can start talking about being halfway. They've been very encouraged by the support from businesses, organisations and individuals. Taylor said the project now has resource consent for the earthquake strengthening of the auditorium, a rebuild of the foyer and entranceway, and a complete new facility with teaching, rehearsal and performance space to replace Rainey House in Collingwood Street. Ken Wright from the Nelson Historical Society explained that they had been holding the funds for some years since the local branch of the Historic Places Trust was disestablished when the Trust became Heritage New Zealand. He said the focus of the Historic Places Trust was on buildings, so the School of Music rebuild is a very fitting project for that money. This money is a very significant gift for a small organisation and members were very excited to be able to put the money to such good use. The Nelson School of Music Trust expects to have final plans in the next few weeks to go to tender before the end of the year. The removal of Rainey House is scheduled for December with the rebuild to start in the new year. Following on from the success of the first ever National Open Day in 2014, New Zealand Police will once again open its doors to the public this Sunday the 18th of October. Commissioner of Police Mike Bush says the National Day is a chance for the public to come and discover how police work to keep their communities safe. There will be a number of stations open around the country, including the Royal New Zealand Police College, encouraging local communities to come and meet their local cops and see modern policing in action. Dive squads, police dogs, armed defenders squad, search and rescue, road cops, bomb squads and much more will be giving demonstrations around the country. Commissioner Bush said that the first Open Day was a huge success with thousands of families dropping by nationwide. People should come along again and enjoy the behind the scenes look at policing. There will be lots to see and do for all ages. The Open Day is a great way for police to build on the relationships with the communities they serve. To find out what events are on near you for Police National Open Day, please visit the link provided. Marco's rugby coach Kieran Keane was very pleased with the team's outstanding win of 35-17 in the National Provincial Championships victory over defending champions Taranaki in New Plymouth last Thursday. And then for the icing on the cake, he was awarded life membership of the Tasman Rugby Union at the Marco's annual awards dinner last Friday. He now joins a former chairman, Max Spence, as the only other person to have received the accolade. Keane is now in his final season with the Marcos after 7 campaigns and will be heading off to join the Chiefs coaching staff for next year's Super Rugby campaign. He said he was taken aback by the life membership but honoured to be recognised in such a fashion. The Tasman Marcos are all set to play second-seeded Auckland in a premiership semi-final at Eden Park this Friday night at 7:35 p.m. Active Dad's Nelson program is all about getting dads thinking about their important role as a parent. For many, co-parenting is a reality and fathers have a real impact, and their involvement benefits their children from the day they are born. I spoke with Jolene Salmon, who is a team leader of Bernardo's, about an event planned for dads this weekend. Jolene, we usually think about Bernardo's as helping children, but we hear that you're helping out the dads now as well. So can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Sure. So, Bernardo's is really proud of our Active Dads initiative. It started in Marlborough about 2 years ago. They have a lot of dads and kids joining in, and it's been funded by SKIP, which is Strategies for Kids Information for Parents. And we realised that at Bernardo's there's a gap sometimes on dads getting out to do stuff with their kids. Lots of play groups, lots of mums groups, lots of coffee groups, not a lot of dads groups. And so we've kicked it off with lots of fun initiatives and events in Nelson. We've been going for about a year. We have about 290 dads on our database, with about 436 kids represented by that. So we've had a lot of fun getting out and doing stuff because, dads and kids, that relationship, that time, has long-term benefits for children if dads spend time with their kids. So we really value that.
And what's the event that's happening this weekend?
Wow, this weekend we're really excited. We're going to be at the centre of New Zealand. So Matt's the guy who fronts the events for us. So he's going to be at the top of the centre of New Zealand, and he's going to have a little treasure for the kids that make it to the top. So we encourage dads and their kids to get up there between 9:30 and 11 this Saturday morning, and they'll see Matt at the top, and he'll have a wee treat for the kids to reward them for getting there.
That sounds fantastic. And like you said before, we have these groups for mums and they all like going and sitting around talking. Dads are not sort of that way inclined. So this active idea is much more of a better idea for men.
Well, that's true. And I mean, it crosses both genders. Some guys do like to sit and have coffee and chat, but definitely for dads in general, getting out and doing stuff is one of the way they enjoy spending time with their kids. So, yeah, some activities we did the super slide, the big blue slide at Tahuna as well, which was very successful, and inflatable world. So lots of fun activities, for dads and kids.
And you couldn't pick a better place because the weather's going to be on your side every time.
No, that's exactly right. And a lot of our events are for under sixes, so we really encourage it to be dads and under sixes, but we encourage people to keep an eye out for family events that we have coming up too, because sometimes older kids can join in as well.
Well, we look forward to seeing more of it, and hopefully we'll see you on Saturday.
Great, thank you very much.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from the Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar. 120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
.1 The Shed.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level. For more information, please contact Shirley on 547 1433 or 021 121 8023.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies?
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul?
And if you think I'd ate your fish and chips, I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world? Places to visit? Local news and views?
I'm Graham O'Brien, and today's bulletin. Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialist, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialist, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
The Lowell Observatory, Flagstaff, Arizona. In 1930, the outermost planet Pluto is discovered through this telescope. Astronomer Clyde Tombaugh makes the find. He's 24 at the time. Tombaugh does it by systematically photographing the sky on large glass plates. He snaps each piece of sky twice, several nights apart. Then, with this blinker, he compares the two images. If they're identical and nothing jumps, he's not interested, for only objects within the solar system move against the background stars. After 6 months of blinking, the dot that jumps is Pluto. Pluto and its moon Charon have a combined mass of less than 1/5 of our moon. Little frontier worlds of methane and water frozen in the outer gloom. On average, compared to Earth, they're 40 times farther from the Sun. Far beyond is the Oort cloud, a swarm of freezing debris that shrouds the solar system like a sphere. Closer in is more icy trash, the Kuiper belt. Pluto, with its wide, eccentric orbit, may well be a member of this belt and not a true planet. Like the comets that visit us from Kuiper and Oort, Pluto is a mixture of ices. This is Comet Hyakutake in 1996. Its nucleus is a snowball 3 kilometers wide, but the tail stretches for millions of kilometers. As a comet nears the Sun, it grows two tails. The yellow one is fine dust, the blue, gas. The gas tail detaches occasionally in the gusting solar wind. It's that wind, plus the pressure of solar radiation, that blows the tails away from the Sun. With the solar disk masked, time-lapse of a comet rounding the Sun. Here, comets plunging into the Sun. Comets are the vagabonds of the solar system. Some travel on random elliptical orbits, hurtling among the planets. Kamikaze comets die in the Sun. Others just graze it. Jupiter plays havoc with comets. This one is captured from its orbit around the Sun by the pull of the giant planet. The comet, a fragile mix of ice and grit, is drawn within 50,000 kilometers. It pays the price. Jupiter tears it into more than 20 fragments, and it's just the beginning. The comet, named Shoemaker-Levy 9, is to stage the celestial show of the century. It's to plunge into Jupiter, carpet bombing the soupy atmosphere. The date, July 1994. The fragments create shockwaves as big as Earth. The moment of an impact. Lower left, a plume shoots over 1,000 kilometers high. The most famous comet is Halley. It visits our skies once every 76 years. When he sees it in 1301, the Italian painter Giotto makes Halley his Star of Bethlehem. The Bayeux Tapestry depicts the Norman conquest of England in 1066. The comet is overhead. On Halley's last visit, the first of the space age, we visit it. A craft aptly named Giotto is launched by the Europeans. It's the most ambitious of an international armada. For Giotto is to fly right through the inner coma, the cloud that surrounds the nucleus. It's 1986, and there is the nucleus, shaped like a peanut, 16 kilometers by 9. Vaporized by the heat of the sun, gas and dust vent from cracks in the surface. Glare obscures the view, but Halley's crust is carbon black. The coma, fed by the jets, is well over 1 million kilometers across, bigger even than the sun. These are the icy planetismals of the Kuiper Belt, a disk of debris just beyond the planets. It's from here that Halley originates, dislodged perhaps by a twitch in the gravitational interplay between the Sun and its neighbouring stars. Halley is lucky. As solar gravity draws it inward, the comet swings round the Sun rather than into the Sun. But Halley is now captive, trapped in an orbit that takes it out beyond Neptune, then back to the Sun, again and again. Halley has an orbit of 76 years. Longer period comets arrive from farther out, comets like Hale-Bopp, the most spectacular of the late 20th century. (1997) is the year of Hale-Bopp. Here in close-up, the spinning nucleus, 40 kilometers wide, swirling gas and dust. They stream from the hemisphere heated by the Sun, switching on and off as the nucleus rotates. At its closest to the Sun, Hale-Bopp sheds 1,000 tons of dust every second. But in the chill of the outer solar system, comets revert to type. They become tailless and inert. Historically, comets always have tails, and they're linked to death and destruction. But fear of comets isn't all nonsense. To this day, they are cause for concern. Had Hale-Bopp struck Earth, we'd all be dead. But that's another story. The spacecraft Stardust on a close encounter with comet Wild 2. Like sticky flypaper, this instrument is to collect samples as Stardust travels through the coma of the comet. But unlike Giotto, which relayed only data from Halley, Stardust is to send its samples home. Insulated in a capsule, resistant to a fiery re-entry through Earth's atmosphere, a precious package from beyond the planets. Retrieved from a soft landing in the polar wastes, these samples of Wild 2 will be unique. The first chance for scientists to examine particles unchanged since the formation of the solar system. The Oort cloud stretches 1/3 of the way to the nearest star. Its messengers are comets.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.